I'm gonna sing a song I wrote. This song always comes up, in springtime. Somebody told me once, Abe, you're a bird. It took me a while to realize that she was right, but you end up writing a tune like this. It's called Birds Fly Home in Springtime. Birds fly home in the springtime, home from whence they came. And if you love him, you won't clip his wing, or he'll never fly south again. You know the feeling in the fall, you know it's time to go. And I know roots where they're still eating fruit, and there's never gloom or snow. But I'm no bird of paradise, and I don't live in the shade. Feather up the nest to go find all the rest, or die comfy little cage, because birds fly home in the springtime, home from whence they came. And if you love him, you won't clip his wing, or he'll never fly south again. It never feels like I'm leaving, it just feels like I'm coming home. Might fly together to conquer the weather, or I might just sing alone. 'Cause I'm no slave to the seasons, but I'm chained to the zenith of the sun. And I might cry and I might lay down and die, but flying ain't for everyone, because birds fly home in the springtime, home from whence they came. And if you love him, you won't clip his wing, or he'll never fly south again. And if you love him, you won't clip his wing, or he'll never fly south again.
It's Sunday, folks. You know what that means? It's time for another exciting, exhilarating, adventurous episode of Gravel Road Therapy with Dog Bite Harris. And I'll be your host today. I'm Dog Bite Harris. What's up, you fucking fuckers? I'm out here on the back roads of Eastern Oregon today. I'm a lying sack of shit. It is actually Saturday, though. We always pre-record our show, as you guys know, mostly. You just heard our Artist of the Week, Abraham and the Old Gods, featuring Mr. A.B., my buddy. You guys might recognize him from Lauren Walker Madsen's band. He plays fiddle sometimes. Great dude. Crazy as fuck. I like him. Talented as shit. But yeah, AB's a great guy. So check out links, all the other stuff. Go check out his pages and shit. And Give them some support. So yeah, Happy New Year too. It's 2019, as you guys know. We did a show, or I did a live video on the Ruckus in the Records page the other day. Kind of stating some of our goals for this year, telling folks about what we're going to be up to, and just letting people know what's up. Just went past the old Munkers, had to give them a wave. Yeah. So, for those of you guys that missed that, I'll give you a quick rundown. I'm sure I'm going to forget some stuff because I don't have the sheet in front of me. But, I just basically talked about how 2018 was kind of a bittersweet year. As most of you guys know, we're not doing a Ruckus in the Boonies this year. A lot of people are hitting me up thinking we are still, but we're not. So, I got a lot of booking inquiries, but we're definitely not doing one this year. But on the other side of that coin, we did have our probably one of our most successful Seattle shows this year, which is good. We had probably about 300 people at the Ruckus in Seattle, or the Splatterhouse Ruckus this year. So we are loving that, man. It's one thing to pack out a town where there's nothing going on and, it's your hometown. It's another thing to go into a city where there's always something going on. We were competing with Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly that night, too. So we still had about 200, 300 people, and it's a pretty goddamn good run, man, for all that going on. Let's see. Oh, today, dropped the flyer for the new Ruckus in Tacoma. 2 days this year. March 22nd, 23rd. At the Plaid Pig in Tacoma, Washington. 10 bands, 5 bands a night. Headliner each night. 2 locals and 2 touring is kind of what we're looking at. So, hold on, I got a sharp turn here. So yeah, we're doing that. Be on the lookout. We haven't really announced much. Got a lot of irons in the fire though. So we're working on it, man. Working on it. Super excited to be working on it. So also, what I'm working on this weekend is getting all the albums that we've released up online. I'm also just sorting through a bunch of mess. It's a lot of things. I haven't been a very good record company, owner, per se, CEO, runner, whatever. So all my stuff is very unorganized, and I'm just trying to organize all of our stuff, get it put onto, get it put onto some drives to save and stuff. Tedious crap. So I've been drinking a lot of this new drink I found. A lot of you guys probably know it, but it's called Mio. I've been drinking the energy version, so it's just chocked full of vitamins and caffeine, and I'm sure it's not very good for you, but I think it's better than energy drinks. I'll tell you that. I feel a shit ton better. You just, take a bottle of water and add a squirt of this Mio to it, and it's chock full of shit that'll get you going. So that's what I've been doing today. Let's see, what else do we got? I need to install my camera, or my dashboard, camera holder thing. So, I also announced, finally, that Stone Evergreen Travelers, myself, as you guys all know, I'm sure by now, that we're all heading to Moonrunners, but we are heading to Moonrunners. with Fritz and Johnson from Whiskey Dick, man. Pretty fucking excited about all of that. So excited. What a fucking great way to celebrate going to Moonrunners. And Fritz and Johnson will be back in action. We're gonna fucking hit the road for a week from Tacoma to Chicago. So yeah, whiskey, weeds, and dogs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. As I also announced, this year, 2019, is the 10-year anniversary of Dog by Harris. So I'm going to be re-releasing a couple of albums. Pretty excited about that as well. Also, got to think about where I'm going with this, because I haven't thought that far. So I know we got a lot. The Cheatin' Hearts Greatest Hits album is just about done. I've said that a lot, but I'm pretty sure we will be sending it out to be printed on the 20th of January. So it should be here early February. Be out early February. Very excited about that. I'm also excited because Felix announced the other day that he's going to record a whole new Cheatin' Hearts album. And very excited about that as well. So, James Honeycutt is heading to Europe, Muddy Roots Europe. He'll also be heading to Alaska with Sam Bones, man. So be on the lookout for that as well. Let's see. Let me see here. Hold on. This road has got a bunch of potholes in it. Fucking picked a bad one today. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of running out of shit. Covered Felix, covered Travelers, covered me, covered, whatever. So, and covered, the Travelers, covered all the label stuff, covered shows for the most part. Let's see, what else did we talk about on that video? We talked about some of our goals as a label. So I kind of want to know what you guys think. I want to know who you want to see at shows. I want to know what kind of things that you like to see at shows besides music, because it seems like every music festival has a little something that puts a little pizzazz on it. So let me know kind of a little things you'd like to see with it. We will work on it. I also want to know what you guys are reading as far as stuff about music. Is there any good websites that I should know about that talk about music? Really like to get into that with you guys. So we'd like to start getting our name out there. So also we could use some investors. If anybody wants to invest in us, we need a computer badly. Let's see. We also could use some help printing some more stuff. Our merchandise is running low right now, which is cool, but it's not cool because everything's running out at the same time. So when that happens, there's not a lot of money to redo everything all at once. So things are out, things have got to wait, and then so it's just sucks when everything runs out at the same time. But at least we're selling some stuff. Let me see here. We've got... trying to think. So there's that. Those are some goals we have. What else are we doing? It's a bit going on for us, actually. Vinyl. Stoned Evergreen Travelers. Ruckus and the Wreckers will be releasing their first vinyl this year. Stoned Evergreen Travelers deserve it. They've wanted vinyl for a long time. They deserve it. We're gonna make sure it happens, even if I have to sell a fucking kidney. So that's happening this year. Probably around fall, realistically. Maybe we'll probably start working on it early summer. Should have it wrapped up and funded by fall. So, let's see. What else? What else are we doing? We are I think that's it, man. We've covered everything. I hope everybody has a good year. We'll go on a little tangent here and try to make things flow a little more. Just flow, because I've been just thinking about what I needed to announce. I hear a lot of people say, like that people shouldn't make New Year's resolutions, and they say every day should be a day to try to better yourself and restart and do things better for yourself. Well, that's true. It's very true. But at least people are doing it. Even if they say fucking throw it out the window, at least they're doing it. It's better to say you're going to try and have it in your head that you're going to try, even if you fail, or don't try that hard and fail, than to not do any of it. So, I'm just struggling with my weight a lot. And, I made a New Year's goal, and I always make New Year's goals. I've always got in my head. I think it's good to have a new year, because even though you're technically not having a fresh start, your mind kind of clears, and you sit, you reminisce about the good things that did happen. At least I do, and I think everybody should. Regardless of how shitty your year is, because I hear everybody, including myself, go, 2018 was not my year. 2017 was not my year. 2016 was not my year. 2015, ever since Owen died, that's what it's been. This year wasn't my year. That year wasn't my year, But every year I'm like, well, this year's going to be better, and it is better. Every year's gotten a little bit better, even if it still kind of sucks. So I think it's good to sit down and think to yourself, what good things did happen? What positive things did happen? What positive things did I do for myself and in my life? Because even if you're a piece of shit and you're not trying very hard, something good had to have happened. Ask yourself what you're supposed to be grateful for, man. I'll tell you a great story. The other day, we've been stressed out about bills. Christmas wiped us the fuck out. Wiped us out. My electricity was due, way overdue. I had like a $600 electricity bill, and our propane was almost empty. And Benjamin McCarl's dad works for grain growers who does the propane around here, and he knocks on my door and he says, hey, do you guys need propane? I said, yeah, but I don't have the money to pay for it right now. He says, that's all right. Somebody donated a bunch of money to the grain growers, and we're going around and we're putting propane in people's tanks right now for free. And I was like, fucking A, awesome. So that was a good thing that happened, man. And then I checked my electricity bill because I got paid the other day. I need to pay it. I checked my electricity bill, and it fucking was somebody paid some money on it. So I don't know what the fuck happened. But sometimes they give out checks because they're like a co-op thing. So like, and I know my mom and my grandma got one, so they kind of go by last name, but I didn't get one. So I think what happened is I think my co-op check went on there. So kept me from getting my lights shut off. And then when I did get on there to pay my bill, it was a lot cheaper. So good things do happen sometimes, you know, even when you feel like things are hopeless. And I'll tell you, last week I felt like pretty fucking hopeless, and this week I felt really good, because sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to come back up. And I know a lot of people are struggling right now. A lot of people are struggling, and let's just say, you know, like I've said it a bunch, suicide is a fucking terrible thing, man. And I'm not gonna judge anybody. I don't like saying the whole whoever does that is selfish or whatever, you know, because you don't know how somebody feels. You don't know what it's like to walk in somebody's shoes. But all I'm saying is that if you want help from me, and you need anybody, hit me up, man. If you're my friend, and even if you're not, I'll help you out if I can, man. Life can be good, even if you're poor as shit, and things don't seem good, you know. Even if you're rich and you just feel lonely, you know. Life is beautiful, man. You know, whether you believe in God or not, if you don't believe in God, I honestly think, like, if you don't believe in God and you believe that we're all here randomly, that's even more of a miracle than having God put you on this planet. You came from a tiny little sperm. What are the chances? And you're out here and you're breathing and you get to see this beauty that Earth provides you. Stop and smell the roses. Also, if you live in America, regardless of where you're at or what you're doing, you're probably better off than some guy in a tribe down in fucking, you know, the middle of Africa or wherever tribes are at. I don't know. But, you know, what I do know is that us Americans have it pretty good. Regardless of our piece of shit president, regardless of how you feel things should be ran. And regardless of whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian or whatever, we got it pretty good, man. When people are rushing our borders to get in because they have it so bad, we've got it good. You know, I feel pretty beaten sometimes and pretty defeated, and like the odds are against me all the time. But I have a house that I live in and pay rent on it. I don't own it, but I can go there and I can sleep at night in a bed, and I can drive to work and back in my van, and I can, you know, I can eat. I can turn a knob and have water come out of it, and hot water at that. So we're rich. Whether you want to believe it or not, most of us are rich. Even if you're homeless, you know, which sometimes, I have an uncle that's homeless by choice. because he didn't want the stress of living a normal life. And sometimes I don't fucking blame him, because it is a dirty fucking son of a bitch some days to pay your bills and work and work and work for nothing. Sometimes it's better to just get rid of your bills and keep a little bit of money that you get by working odd jobs. I think he's got like his places where he goes and does little jobs for like churches and stuff like that. And then I don't know, he probably panhandles too. I haven't seen him. I don't know how his shit works, but he there's homeless shelters and churches, and sometimes, I mean, it's cold though. I mean, a lot of times it's cold as shit. But even a homeless person in the city is probably more better off than a homeless person in Africa fighting the elements and or in the Amazon, the Amazon forest. Those tribes and stuff, they can't be fucking fun. But then again, maybe it is. I mean, I guess if you're born that way and you're born to serve that way and born to fight for your food, it's just nature, so maybe a simpler life is better, who knows. But I know that I like to be able to get dental care when I need it, and I like to be able to go see a doctor when I need it, even if I have to get a bill that's insane. But yeah, these are things I like to think about at the beginning of the year, and just really focus on that. Focus on how I could change to make things better the next year. But yeah, a lot of positive things happened. We moved out of that piece of shit trailer we lived in. Got a new job that I'm much happier with. I just feel like a little bit of the weight's been lifted off me, even though the holidays were super tough. I feel like a lot of pressure's been released from me. So, anyways, folks, like I said, be on the lookout for new Ruckus releases. If you haven't picked up the old ones, go pick them up, because they're good. I just sent a big old stack of orders out. All the pre-orders for everything are out now, minus my hoodies. Orders that are like a year and a half overdue, and I'm really sorry about that, but we're going to get them done. Also, yeah, go check that out. Be on the lookout too. We're going to be on all live streaming and online stores. All the albums for Ruckus are. So be on the lookout for that as well. Be sure to hit subscribe and follow on the YouTube channel here, The Real Dog Bite Harris. Little gravel road therapy. This week's episode of Double Talkin' was with Mr. Jared McGovern as well, from the Urban Pioneers. Great interview. We talked about politics. We talked about a lot of shit. We talked about his time serving in the military a little bit, and we also talked about new Urban Pioneers, the new booking agent he's working with, and by him I mean him and Liz Sloan, and I can't remember the bass player's name, forgive me, but the rest of the Urban Pioneers are working with. And he also he went into great depth about his legal problems and the issues that came with that and how that all came about. I want to thank Jared for being open about that. I know he hasn't really talked about it much at length, and told everybody what happened. I think a lot of people want to know too, so if you want to know about what was going on with Jared and his legal problems, watch the show. He's got a lot of great advice too. It's a classic tale of why we need to change our criminal system. It's a guilty until proven innocent society we live in, and if you don't have the money to back your ass up, you can get fucked. And this is a prime example of that, this story is that he tells. And one of the last things he said was, make sure to not say shit to the cops if you get arrested. You fucking don't say nothing. You wait until you get a fucking lawyer. Because that's how things need to work. Is this my daughter? I can't tell. It is not my daughter. So yeah, that was great. Be on the lookout for that. Double Talkin. I'm about home now. I'm going to go in. I'm going to start working on the process of getting all the albums up online. Been working a lot on label stuff this week. So, pretty excited to just get organized. And we're coming for you. 2019. It's going to be better than 2018. Remember, folks, to subscribe to my YouTube. And I am not a real therapist. I just play one on YouTube. And that's all I can think of right now. Happy 2019, folks. We'll see you next time.